Hello everyone, it's Julie from Camelia Crafts Designs. Welcome and welcome back. It's Saturday, so I've got another quick, easy project for you. I've made this. It's just a little insert for a junk journal. It's got a little belly band on. So we slide the belly band off. It's got the V shape. Open it up. And inside it's got space for some journal cards. Now I've made this all from one sheet of 12 by 12, which is always a good thing to keep those scraps down. I've made the journal cards with what were left over. You could always use the pre-made journal cards that Tim Holtz sells. That's all they are anyway, is bits of this paper cut up. So here we have it. Let's show you how I did it. Right, I'm going to use this piece of paper today, the one where I've been afraid of chopping the man's face off. I'm hoping that we do chop his face off and that we get to use the other side, so I won't feel bad about the headless man. Right, I don't want to mess about with my big chompy trimmer today, so I'm messing about with a craft knife. Right, there is no measuring on this, and I mean it. There is no measuring. It's all about this and about that and about other. Right, I'm going to cut about a third of that sheet off. If you're using a chopper, go ahead and cut 4 inches off. I'm not measuring. I am just not measuring because I don't want to. Right. I'm going to use the lines on the paper though as a little bit of a guide. Do you know what I mean? So, I'm happy. I'm going to slice it and dice it there. Watch your fingers, woman. You're using your plastic ruler instead of your metal one. This could go horribly wrong. Oh, it just... yeah. We're going to cut that off anyway. Don't panic. I'm not panicking. I'll use my metal ruler next time. Right. Get rid of that for now. I can now use my little chopper. So, we're going to fold this. Now, folding from this side. Make sure you fold in around a third, yeah? As long as that bit is longer than that bit, you're fine. So I'm going to fold. I'm going to give this one a good crease. Then for the other one, I'm just going to use that edge as my guide and bring it up and fold it in. Oh, that's that man. I think we're going to do well chopping his face off. Right, before we chop the man's face off, cut about, and I mean about, 2 inches off the bottom, or as wide as you want your belly band to be, because this bit's going to be your belly band. So I'm going to go there, might be a bit less, and that bit's gone. Save it, we're going to make a belly band out of that. Right, next thing we're going to do is chop some corners off, yeah? Now to do that, I'm going to do a bit of inking on the inside first because I find this bit easier when it's inked. So I'm just going to fold it and ink that crease. And same on this side. This paper's so busy and so brown. Right, we can now see those creases better. So I'm going to fold down. Don't press this right down and crease it. We don't want to be creasing it and burnishing it. I'm creasing it just enough so that I can see where to cut. Yeah? I'm going to grab my big scissors, all freestyle, and I'm going to cut from the end of the crease up to the corner. And because we haven't creased it, if we're not perfect, it's not going to matter. Yeah? Just get your bone folder and burnish it after you've cut, and that edge is fine. We're going to do the same with this one. So yeah, remember, right from the top corner along that ink line, don't burnish it or crease it too much. Now I'm going to come in and chop this one off. Start at the corner, I find easier. Not always possible though, is it? And cut down. So we've got 2 triangles and we've now got that shape. I'm going to go ahead and do some more inking now. Another thing I love about Timmy's papers, they're so grungy. Your inking is a lot quicker. I know last week's I didn't ink, and I did have a couple of people comment it was rather fast. So I did say, and not in a sarcastic way, which I can be quite sarcastic, I didn't know this for years, that you can slow videos down on YouTube, yeah? If you go to the little settings on each video, it will then give you the option to play it at anything from 1/4 speed up to double speed. Now, I quite often watch things on 1.75 speed. Everyone sounds like, yeah, Sue Pollard. If you're in the US, you won't have a clue who Sue Pollard is, probably. But yeah, it's funny. And you get to watch more. You know, if you've got limited time for watching, if you do that, you'll see more. Right, so that's that. A bit more on the inside. I do like me ink. There you go. I mean, look how slapdash I ink that, and it looks fab. Now, we're going to use these corners. We're going to use them here as pockets. So, it's up to you which way around you put them. I'll do, look, there we go, that's his face, yeah? I don't want to see your face, so you're going that way. Another reason I like the Timmy papers, there are so many elements that are sideways, upside down, this way, that way. When I turn my paper over and make these pockets, it really doesn't bother me that some of these things are sideways or upside down. It doesn't look odd or out of place. So that's that. A bit more ink. Now I'm going to grab my art glitter glue. Come here, art glitter glue. There you are. Which has got its pin in. How amazing is that? I've remembered to put pin in. And I'm going to glue those two edges. Hold it on. Oh, this is just a little tip if you're as daft as me. I put pin in and it's still not working. I did order another one of these because I've been using more lately because I've been using it on video. Come on. You know you want to work. There we go. When I'm not on video, I just stick to my tacky glue. Dries a bit slower. To be quite honest, if you are a beginner or it's new or you're unsure about your placement, I would say use tacky glue because the art glitter can be a little bit unforgiving sometimes with wiggle time. It dries so quick. Oh, look at that, and I've got too much on. Yeah, it dries so quick you don't have much time to wiggle it. Like that side's drying by the time I've messed print other side on. Right, put it. Again, having that inked already is really helpful. Don't go over the crease or you'll have trouble closing this. And for some reason, whenever I cut this, it is just perfect. It's not too wide. I don't know why that is. It just happens. Right, then I'm going to do this one. Please behave. Sorry, ma'am, we're going to face plant you on this piece of card. You're never going to see the light of day again. Looking at Adrian, I don't think he's seen light of day for a few years, has he? I don't mean that in a mean way. It's a vintage photo, isn't it? Right, so that's that one then glued on top. So we've got our two inside pockets. Now we're going to make this belly band before making a few cards. Oh no, I want to make the cards before the belly band. This actually is important. Silly woman. Right, get your little chopper, woman. Right, sometimes there's a bit needs cutting off at top of these Timmy papers. They're not brilliant with the glue. How wide's that? That's probably going to be a little bit wider than my centre. I suppose if you cut a narrower strip off, you won't have as much trouble. I'm saying I'm not measuring. Yeah, it's over 6 inches. So I'm just going to cut that one off at about 6. I'm going to take a sliver off this side just to make sure it's going to fit. Then this one I'm going to cut roughly anywhere I want, basically. Doesn't have to be an half. And these are now my 3 journal cards. I'm going to come in and round the corners with my 7mm one. That's just for information and no measuring required. That's just because that's about what the Tim Holtz journal cards are that I used in last week's project. So when these are rounded, I'll give them an ink. And we'll wang them in. Wang them in. Depending on the design you use of these, you might need to put a bit of scrapbook paper on the back for writing. It depends what you're going to write with, doesn't it? I mean, if you want excuse me, I would be tempted to write with a black pen anyway on these, to be in keeping with the actual papers. And then you would be able to see it. It wouldn't be a problem. Right, let's pop that in there. Might be a bit tall, this, but do you know what? I think I can live with it sticking out at the top. I like it, yeah. Not a worry. Then we've got two others to pop in here. I'll pop one there and one there. So that's our little folder. Now we're going to do the belly band. Right, before you start doing anything else to the belly band, let's ink it. Just on those edges for now. That's going to help us see where the crease is, because we want to put another crease in. Right, I'm going to spread it out now, and I want to put two more little creases in. I'm going to use my ruler and my score tool. And I want to go about 1/8 of an inch over there on the flaps, not in the middle. So that's one. I'm then going to use my ruler to fold it up. I find it very easy to do when you've got two creases rather close to each other. Then I'm going to come in and do the exact same on the other flap. Turn it over and fold that up. Right. Then I'm going to do the rest of the inking, but I'm not going to ink those edges yet, because, well, actually it doesn't matter, ink it. I'm going to cut some off and then I'm going to ink what I cut off, so not inking the edges is neither here nor there, really, is it? Neither here nor there. Neither. Tomato. In the English language, a funny thing. Right, bring back in your little booklet. And this is the belly band. I've decided that I want that on the outside, yeah? If you decide you want the other side, ink that side, yeah? Right, now pop it around the way you want it. I want it like that. Right, and this time, I want that to show. So I'm going to... Can you see how that's rather central? I don't want it central because I want to see that. I love it. So I'm going to chop a bit of that off. And I'm going to do it with scissors. Well, hey, look at me getting all random in my crafting. That's that. Then I'm not going to ink that because it's going to get covered. I'm going to use my little, what's it, my jig, the Crafter's Companion. I'm going to put a little bit of tape there and a little bit there. So when you fold it, it's glued at both sides. I've only took it away from here so I don't get glue where I don't want it. Right, then I'm going to wrap that around. Not too tight or you'll struggle to get it on. That's fine, yeah. Loose enough to slide on and off. And then this piece, what I did on the other is I made a little, I just rounded the corners, but I want to see that, I like that. So I'm going to make a rather tall one on that side, like so. I think that'll look good. I don't need to cut any off edge, no. Round your corners, I'm using 7mm again. Get in there with the ink. And I'm going to glue it on with this. Because that's taller than that, I'm not going right to the top. I'm going to go across about there, same there, then fill that bit in. That's just because I really want to see that. I love it. I think it's cool. And then I'm going to pop that on. There we go. I quite like that off to one side. Gives it a slightly different look. Then if you want, you can come in and decorate it with something else, as I did the other one. I used that stamp. So I'm in my Timmy snippets again. I mean, you could even go wild and put a giant butterfly on that. That would look good on a different paper. So what we got. I'm getting low on these Timmy snippets. I'm going to have to get some more. I really didn't like the price of them when I bought them, but they've lasted so long. I just think I might want to put some tiny little ones on. I think I'm going to go for that. I like it with the round there and the round there. I like that label, so I don't want to cover that up. So this time I'll pop it on with my art glitter glue. And I'm just going to pop that there. And there we have it. Our little pocket with a slide on off belly band. Pockets inside. And journal cards. I'll show you how to get it back on now. This is why it's important not to make it too tight, or you won't be able to do that. There we go. There we have it. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I did try and go a little bit slower this week. So thank you very much. See you next time. Bye.